What is happening, people? United Central back with another match preview Friday show. You have it right here. Probably the biggest game of the season, guys. By no means, you know what I mean? Absolutely. You can't take this out of this one here. It's the big one, the biggest rivalry, the biggest talking points. You know what I mean? The biggest enemies, if you call it. You know what I mean? I know we don't want to talk tribalism in football, but it is the biggest one of the fixture list. And this video is rightly sponsored by the One Football app. Make sure you go download it. Link is in the description for all your latest football news, all your latest kind of transfer news. Go check it out. Link is in the description below. But no further ado, we're going to get the guests onto the panel. Man like Statman in the building. Big up to you, Statman. What are you saying, bro?
Listen, Liverpool on the weekend. The biggest game of the season for me. My dad's a Liverpool fan. Most of my friends are Liverpool fans. Like the closest friends. It means a lot. We cannot lose on Sunday.
Absolutely, man. Adam, clean shave. You know what I mean? Like it's just how you're feeling right now. You're looking to go out there, man. Get me with a clean shave. You know what I mean? Kill them off.
That's it, mate. It's Liverpool United, mate. As if we didn't need any big build-up already. It's first against second. It means a lot more than seasons gone past on it this weekend because it's, like I said, that we could go 6 points ahead of Liverpool if we win the game. I know the ridiculous form they've got at home says that probably won't happen, but someone's got to break that record, mate. Why not us?
April 2017 was the last time they lost at home in the league. That's a long time.
That is ridiculous, man.
And you're talking about the second thing. I saw a stat today. The last time United and Liverpool faced each other when we were first and second, April 1997. The score was 3-1. The score was 3-1 to United.
Jeez, man.
And another good omen. The last time we beat Liverpool at Anfield in the Premier League was 2016. The date was January the 17th. What's the date on the weekend?
Whoa,
on Sunday?
Stop, man, babe. This is why we love you around here, man.
Listen,
that's just like blowing it up, mate.
I'm not trying to curse you or anything.
For them again. Say it again for them. Say the stats again for them.
The last time we beat Liverpool at Anfield in the Premier League was January 17th, 2016, under Van Gaal.
Yeah, when really was it?
Yeah.
Really?
Sunday. The date is January 17th, 2021. All I'm saying, we could do it.
Fellaini off the bar, Rooney, bang, in you go. We were shocking as well that day. How we won that game, I do not know. Oh my God, that man dropping bombs.
I'm telling you, man. It is Alfie. This is Benjamin Button, this one. I think what's going on here. You know what I mean?
I'm just reshaping it, that's all. I'm only reshaping. I'm just going.
How can you do that in the cold? You know how cold it is out there?
Mate, I'm outside in the cold every single day, mate. I've actually got immune to it now. I'm immune to it. It's not quite clean, guys. It's not quite clean. I'd say it's stubble at most.
Listen, I could give you some tips. You know, I mean, Statman's blessed with it. We here are still baby face, so I'm used to it. So I can give you some kind
of like a baby's ass, mate, aren't you, with them cheeks?
The Oli gonna associate influence on you two. They might start calling you babyface assassins.
Listen, I was called that before, mate. You know what I mean? Listen, I got that one first. You know what I mean? So we'll have to see, man. We'll have to see, man.
Shout it out. He said, "Oh, carry on."
Shout out to everybody in the building right now. If you are watching this video live, guys, please smash that like on this video. You get me? It's a big one. Make sure you share the video and make sure you also check out these guys' channel and Instagram respectively. You get me in the hyperlink, so go check it out there. But I start with you, Statman, man. How big of a game is this one for you? I know the title says must win or must not lose. What's your feeling, overriding feeling now as the game approaches? You know what I mean? On Sunday, 4:30 kickoff. What's your overriding feeling?
I'll be honest, right now, I'm hella confident for the game. But I know as soon as the team lineup comes up, anything could happen. Oli could go back with Lindelof because I think Lindelof's fit for this game. If Lindelof plays, then it's a different story. I'll be honest. Because with Bailly and Maguire, they built a decent partnership. And then you never know what Oli does. Is Pogba going to play? Is he going to go with Fred and McTominay in the midfield? Is Martial even fit? Is Matic fit? There's a lot of if buts and maybes kind of thing. If that's the saying.
Adam, biggest fixture, known to kind of football. You know the history between it. You're older than us. You know what you've been through, like, over the years in the 80s and 90s. Just how big of a fixture is for anyone who doesn't can't feel the kind of vibe of this kind of rivalry. How big is this one for you?
It was interesting what Statman said there in terms of when the last time was United played Liverpool in this position, first and second being 97. Because Liverpool, whenever they're doing well, United have always been pretty poor. And when United have been doing well, Liverpool have always been pretty poor. But one thing you could guarantee, every time that they turned up against us when we were doing well, they beat us. And every time we turned up against them when they were doing well, we beat them. It was just the way it was back in the old days. It was ridiculous, mate. We won at Old Trafford, they won at Anfield. It was set in stone, and it continued for many years. And then, obviously, we started to get on a different level, and we started to sneak in the odd result against Liverpool at Anfield. I think we had the best record in the whole of the Premier League at Anfield in terms of results. Liverpool have turned into a different animal altogether now. We heard the start there from Statman about when they were last beaten at Anfield. I can't remember it. It's just ridiculous the amount of time in this sort of run. But these runs come to an end. It's as simple as that, mate. And you know what? This is such a pivot. You say it's a massive game, must win, don't lose, whichever way you want to look at it. This is where all the knives are being sharpened right now. This is like, it feels like it's got the vibe that everyone's going to be judging Ollie after these two games, because it's back-to-back Sundays against Liverpool, isn't it, guys? Let's not forget the other one. I know. Are we going to go back second? Is City going to take us? Are we going to be in third? Are we going to be out of the third competition of the season already? It's a massive, massive week. We could be beating Liverpool 2 weeks. If we beat Liverpool twice in a week, seriously, man, that says a lot. That says an awful lot. And you know what? It's down to these players now, these United players, to go, you know what, are we, this team who are just on the outskirts, do we want to just close the gap on Liverpool? Or are these going to turn into players now that say, look, yeah, we weren't expected to be here, so are we going to use that as an excuse to get beat? Or are we actually going to go, you know what, this is the United team that's going to go forward now. We're actually going to be the team that starts to really make a mark on this Premier League. Because most of these players, we spoke about it before, side mate, most of these players, they've been here a long time now. There's a lot of these young players who've been here a long time. We talked about Rashford, Martial, all these players. And you know what? Maybe this is the time that they have to say, look, we're not going to get a better opportunity. Let's go for it and let's see what we can do. So it's down to the players' mindsets as well as what Ollie picks on Sunday. That's going to be interesting enough, like Statman says, because if he does bring Lindelof back in, then everyone's going to use that as the excuse if we get battered. But all in honesty, it's how he sets the team up to play that's going to be more interesting. Are we going to be able to get at that weak Liverpool defence, or are we going to just give the ball to them and not attack their weak point? Because if they've got the ball, then it's pointless who plays at the back for Liverpool, because we're not going to have any chance to get at them. So it all comes down to how he sets them to play, as well as who plays, to be honest.
Statman Bays, you got the numbers, you got the kind of stats for this one. How do you see this game panning out? What's for you the key battles in this game? How do Man United approach this? You know what I mean? What would be for you be the mentalities? Be quick on the ball, be aggressive. You know how Liverpool are, very energy, very high octane. What's your kind of run through? What's your game plan if you're kind of the manager right now?
I don't know, because let's be honest, Liverpool on the counter are deadly, but at the same time, they're defensively so weak at the back. I think Joe Matip will be back for this game, so the back four will probably be Trent, Robertson, Matip, and Fabinho. Like, let's be honest, especially Trent this season, he hasn't been great. Rashford or Pogba, whoever's going to play there, should have a good game. But at the same time, you never know. 2017, April, was the last time Liverpool lost. And the thing is, you're talking about Liverpool's good run. United have a very good run away from home as well. Liverpool this season, 8 games played, 7 wins, 1 draw at home. United, away, 8 games, 7 wins, 1 draw. So something's got to break this game.
Yeah, it has to. Somebody's always got to go. Simple as.
That's it, man.
unless it's a draw, which, like, let's be honest, no one wants.
Oh,
Actually, to be honest,
man. You just dropped it now, mate. That's it. It's got draw it all over it now.
To be honest, I wouldn't even mind a draw because we still
I don't
will be
think
3 points.
I don't think any United fan would, mate. To be honest, realistically.
But as I said, as much as I said, I'm giving like all the confidence stats. At the same time, we haven't beaten the top 6 this season.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got Blue Boys Network. Everton fans are cheering us on. Shout out to Blue Boys Network. You get me? He's doing well over there for his channel. Yeah, he's cheering us on. I think the whole of you know what I mean, the rivalries are probably kind of cheering Man United on because they're probably seeing Man United as probably kind of not having the kind of mentality to go the stretch. Adam, you know, are you worried about the mentality of this one? You know, big games with kind of fumbled.
Mate, you start talking mentality and you start talking Adam language. You know
I know, mate.
Like,
give it to me. That's why I kind of prepped to me. I want you to start off, mate. Come on.
You know, this is you can have all the talent in the world, mate, and unless you have got the head for it, and unless you have got the ability to deal with adversity in terms of things that happen on the pitch, it's like prime example was that Burnley game. Everything was going Burnley's way in that first half. My God, there were some ridiculous decisions in that game. And the old United would have gone in, oh, this is it. We've got the excuse. It's not working right. But you went in at half-time. Team talk came in. We came out. We passed the ball quicker. We camped in their half. We dominated the game. And we got the win. That's the difference in mentality I'm talking about. Are these players going to go there on Sunday and go, look, this team hasn't been beaten for so long. Is it such a bad result if we go in and get a draw? Are they going to go in and go, we want to win the league. We're top of the league right now. If we beat Liverpool, then everyone is going to go, okay, this is serious. That's it. It's simple as that. You've got to have that mindset of going, yeah, they may score, but we can score. If they score 2, we're still in the game. It's how you react, especially if we go behind. That's going to be absolutely massive in this game. If we go behind, then it's all going to come down to mentality. It's as simple as that, because all the tactics are out the window at that point. Is can you still have the belief in your convictions to go forward and play your game? You know what I mean? Just keep playing. Keep playing. Never be afraid to miss, and just keep playing positively. Don't sit back. Don't feel sorry for yourself. That is slowly drifting out of this football team. You can see it. And that's why I brought up the Burnley game, because it didn't look like anything was going to go for us that game. And they just battled through it. And we've done that a few times, especially away from home, like Statman says. That record, man, I think Burnley was the first away win we've had this season where we've actually took the lead. And you know what I mean? That's the difference now, because we've come from behind, 6 times in the league this season. That is where I see the change in this football team. We're playing as a team. And that's why I think, as well as the mindset, the players that play on that pitch, you look at Pogba. No surprise Pogba started playing well since Eric Bailly's come back in the team. You've all seen the pictures, the celebrations of years gone past, the camaraderie they have between them. When you've got someone you know you can solely trust on that football pitch, your game goes to another level. It's as simple as that. It may sound a bit far-fetched, but these little things count. It plays in the mind. No surprise that Harry Maguire looks like a decent defender again. Dare I say, I won't say the B word, Harry B. It's not coming out yet, Saeed, mate. It's not back yet.
No, it's cool, man. It's cool.
But, mate,
especially
you can see it. It does it. Look at De Gea. Do you know what I mean? Mindsets, people, they're changing. And it all depends what Ollie does, how he sets them out. Does he send them out with that contain attitude, or does he say, look, you're top of the league, lads? You know what I mean? You're top of the league for a reason.
I don't know if you saw his news
come down
conference.
to it.
In his news conference, he did say it will be a massive shock if we did beat them. So, like, straight away for me, it's kind of like it's a bit of a negative mindset for me.
What did I tell you though? That's why I feel like you'll go 5 at the back.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Thing is though, do you ever believe anything that Ollie says anymore?
Exactly.
It could be a complete mind game. You know what I mean? When I listen to him in press, I'd give up with Ollie press conferences right now. I'm judging him simply off what happens on the pitch and what he does, how he manages the game, because he does my head in press conferences. But I'm looking at it now going, he's got to be putting on a show. He's got to be putting on a show, because when they go out to play, it's a different ballgame to what he says. It's totally different. But yeah, I don't listen to anything Ollie says now. I listen to what he says after the game, after the results in the bag. But pre-match, nah, I don't care. I don't care. It's just one of them. I can't, and we've tried to figure out teams and whatever it is that he's doing in the game. We tried to see how he's planned it out before the game starts, and then we've all come up like completely miles out. So yeah, I'm going to take what I see on the pitch and how them players start that game.
But saying that, in the big 6 games, we kind of have had a negative approach. Other than maybe Tottenham, where we played Pogba match in the double pivot, we lost 6-1 that game. Other than that, he's gone with the Fred McTominay thing most of the time. Even against Leipzig, he played a 5 at the back with 2 DMs.
I know. 7. That was 7 at the back, really, if you look at it. Anna says here, I think he puts up a good one. He goes, Ollie will set up damage limitation. Is that the kind of thinking now from Statman? Because I always think of it in the top 6 games, I just don't know what it's been, but when the game has been drifting in moments, he's never ever seized upon a moment. Sometimes he looks like, I don't know what to do. Do I go attack? Do I go defend? You know what I mean? As a manager, you've got to be brave, and this is how you're going to win a title. You're not going to win a title by, say you're going to beat all the lesser team. This season, I think it will be down to the top 6 beating each other. This is a traditional classic Premier League, kind of a title race, that man.
But I think the damage limitation thing is kind of like, Ollie must have seen the Leipzig game. We played a back 5. How long was the Leipzig game now? A month or 2 months ago now.
Yeah.
When was the last time? We haven't really played a back 5 since. The players are in good. The players are in a good running form. I think they're 15 games. They haven't lost away from home in the league or something. So why would you change anything right now? There's no point of changing anything from Ollie. The only thing I can see him doing is the Fred McTominay thing again, just because of the mobility in the midfield. Because Liverpool have Henderson, Wijnaldum, Thiago.
Adam McTominay. You know what I mean? Listen, I've got nothing against the lad, I really don't, man. I think he's one of them. He's an academy player. You know what I mean? He's got through here. You only get 0.6%, like Jesse Lingard said, make it through to the first team. Or even make it as a professional footballer, apparently. Is that going to be the key decision for you now? Pogba, the way he's played last couple of games, mate, it's a match winner right there, mate. Match winner to win you game. McTominay might do a decent job of kind of tracking back from Henderson when he darts up, or kind of tracking back Wijnaldum's runs, Thiago trying to press him. But inevitably, though, if you want to try and get some from the game or stay in the game, you need your best players, don't you?
Right. Well, mate, you've said it there, and that pretty much will say how he's approaching it, because Pogba, for me, at the moment, and the way he's playing, he's undroppable. So if he plays McTominay and Fred, then I think Ollie is going to drop one of that front 4. And Pogba may have a different role up on the left or something like that. I just don't see how Pogba gets dropped out of that team at all. He's the one player who's big stage and can. Even when he plays bad, he's still not scared to do his thing. That's the difference. That's what we're talking about. Never be afraid to drop your standard, drop your style. It may not work, and he may look like a complete fool sometimes, but it doesn't change. It doesn't go carrying away. Do you know what I mean? That's the difference in players' mindsets. He knows what he's got. It doesn't always come across, but we're seeing it at the moment. And where you've got that Arsenal in your team, you don't leave it out, because we've seen how good Pogba has been defensively recently. I don't know if you guys have seen the amount of headers this guy is making and being in some superb defensive positions. That ball is like a magnet to his head when it comes into that box of ours. And he is doing a job at the back and up front at the moment. So if he drops him, I would be amazed. I would be amazed if Pogba isn't in that team side, mate. I really would.
And that's the thing.
I think right there, I think that's who could potentially get dropped. Martial, he's the easiest decision for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to make, because he's a doubt. He was injured against Burnley the other day at the end. So I think maybe if he's trying to keep Pogba in, Martial is the easiest person to get dropped, especially because this season,
you know what?
He hasn't.
I heard Statman. I heard Grizz Khan. Grizz Khan. Shout out to Grizz Khan. He was on your show, Adam, yesterday.
Yeah,
and he'll be on a preview tomorrow. By the way, on a preview tomorrow, pre-recorded preview. But he said to me, Pogba won't start the game. He won't be able to track back. When I heard that, and shout out to Grizz Khan, but when I heard that, I thought, I understand tracking back, but it's almost quality as well. Henderson does both. I know we talk about Henderson as being a one-trick pony, you know what I mean? He's not very good at ball, but he does do a lot of sometimes attacking forward playing in terms of the diagonal cross, the diagonal balls and whatnot. I think Pogba, why would you not play his best players? Why would you have Donny and Pogba as a title-winning team on the bench?
And I think with the Pogba thing, if he's playing in the double pivot, then I can understand what Greece is saying about him not tracking back, because he's still not the most mobile player. But on the left, I think, say if we do play Martial or Rashford on the left, I think Pogba tracks back more than them anyway. And he's up against Trent. Trent doesn't have blistering pace that he's going to leave Pogba. Or Trent, if you look at him, he crosses from deep. Pogba should be able to deal with that no matter what. So I think Pogba on the left does make sense.
And that's the problem, though. I don't know what the kind of shape is, Adam. What do you think Ollie should go with the shape-wise? You know what I mean? If we're not talking about really team, but shape-wise, do you try and go press Liverpool? Do you try and kind of sit off them? You know what I mean? Salah or Mane. Listen, I don't even one bit, and I know we have a lot of banter here, but I am for 1 minute, not disrespecting these guys, bro. I am not doing it, man, because I know on their day, Mo Salah and Sadio Mane, mate, are world beaters on their day. I've heard about a lot of them off form, all this and that, but I don't care, guys. They're good quality players, mate. And when they turn Salah, up you know what I mean? It's different, man. Wan-Bissaka and Shaw, they've been playing against players where you thought, okay, fair enough. But when you played against a top level, it's a different level, man. And that's why I don't want to be hearing this off-form Salah Mane, mate. It's almost like a block, man. They could come in with the clutch moments in this game.
I mean, Statman probably backed me up. I'm sure Salah's the leading goal scorer in the league this season, is it?
Yeah, he is,
goals. He's up against the leading goal scorer in the league. You've got Mane there. Firmino, just looking at, we haven't got our nemesis Jota playing against us tomorrow as well, because he's one who's he terrorises us. No. I was saying we haven't got to deal with him. So, yeah, I mean, in terms of shape, mate, I think it will be the 4-2-3-1 because it's adaptable. And I think the most adaptable formation we've got, because you can easily see Pogba playing up on the left, but then dropping into that midfield to make it free to help out McTominay and Fred. And then you're left with Bruno, Rashford, and whoever else is playing, hopefully Cavani, because I see Cavani being the one who terrorises that young defence tomorrow. I think if he can, looking at it and going, Matip is back, but how fit is there? Yeah. That is an opportunity. Cavani's been out for a while. He's fit. He can play 2 games in a week, no problem. And he could be the one that just holds that ball for us.
That kind of leads into what you're saying now. DJ Ellie says, you lot are legends, guys. Should we attack them? Would they show any mercy to us if we had centre-backs out? That's a good point, man. Should Ollie be thinking, you know what? Matip is probably half fit, mate. You know, it's half fit.
He's rushed back, innit? He's rushed back. They're desperate, aren't they, to get some stability back. And even if he's half fit, he probably brings a lot of stability, because a lot of teams won't be working Liverpool in terms of defence, because Liverpool contain the ball a lot. And I think this is the game where he probably thinks, you know what, there is a team here that can really show up our weakness, which is our lack of numbers at the back right now. So I think he's looking at it, Klopp going, I've got to get someone in there who knows, who can actually, you know, you can organise the defence, because that is as key as actually playing well in the defence. If you can organise and keep on top, because we've seen how it's come across. We've seen the pictures of them against Southampton, and Henderson and who was it? Henderson and Fabinho who played at the back, and it was just a case of Henderson going, "What can I do?" You know what I mean? We've seen the pictures. I think he just needs someone in there who can dictate and who can command that back line, even if he isn't fully fit. But if you put a Cavani on top of that, then you know what I mean? He's that man who could probably hold that ball for us a little bit. Because our ball retention is key tomorrow. I don't think we're going to get a lot of it. If he doesn't go with Cavani, then I'm not confident of any of the other strikers up there or our forwards being able to hold that ball up. And that's going to be key, because we're going to need some respite at times, because we know how Liverpool play. I think it's going to be the 4-2-3-1. And I feel like Pogba will be dropping back in to that midfield more. But then when we do have ball possession, I think you'll see Pogba drifting out to the left. And that's what I hope will happen in terms of players being on the pitch. We know we're not going to see Donny for any minutes at all. I don't even think we'll see him in the FA Cup either. So I'm looking at Fred and McTominay being rested in the week. 100% guarantee will be playing. They're going to need that little bit of something next to them, though. Although there are going to be gaps in that Liverpool team. They are going to be pushing forward. There's no low block coming from Liverpool. So maybe maybe McFred works perfect against Liverpool. Just don't know.
You know something interesting that you touched on about Cavani? You're talking about his offensive abilities. Like, I'm thinking defensively. At PSG, they called him a box-to-box striker. And I don't know if you guys watched the game against Southampton. Stuart Armstrong, Gineppo, Theo Walcott, Danny Ings, they did a job on Thiago, coming inside, making a half for him to spray the balls around. Cavani, box-to-box striker, he's going to be on that press. Bruno should be on that press to Thiago. If they make a half for Thiago to play out, then it's a different game.
That's it. You nailed it in one there. The press that Cavani brings is different. Yeah. And that can be infectious on the day. And you're hoping that the rest of the players follow suit because, like you said, if he takes a Thiago out of the game, if he takes the ball player out, then that just nullifies Liverpool because it all does come. Alisson to the centre back to the holding midfielder. It's every week. It's the same. It doesn't change his ways, Jurgen Klopp. If you just put your best player in there to counteract that, and that is Cavani, like you said, because his work rate is ridiculous.
We've got a couple of super chats here. Alien Tielo says, "Zay, get off the facts of lollipop sticks." He says here, and I'll present this question. He goes, "Oli will park the bus. He better park the bus when he faces Saka, Taylor, Martinelli, and the Emirates." Well, I think Arteta might have parked the bus already, mate. You know what I mean? A couple of double-decker buses at Crystal Palace.
You've got to give Zayn credit for coming on after such an awful game against Palace, though, aren't you?
I can't wait for the games coming up, man. I wish I could bring him on here for a match preview, man, and he would show his face, you know what I mean? And even in just an audio, man. I want to chat to him, man, you know what I mean?
It's funny.
I get a preview.
They played Crystal Palace. They create 0 big chances the entire game. And you know who was blaming? They were saying they didn't have Tierney. That's apparently the best left back in the world, according to Arsenal fans.
Yeah, it's not something we should be focusing on, you know what I mean? But we've got 464 people on this live right now. Please, guys, smash the like on the video. Go on.
Another thing I was going to say about the Thiago press here, if they get the ball out wide, Trent hasn't been great. I think he has the same amount of goal contributions as Aaron Wan-Bissaka this season. Don't get me wrong, Robertson's been brilliant, but like Trent hasn't been great. Yeah. Their creativity, like Henderson, Wijnaldum in the midfield, let's be honest, I'm not worried about them. And then Salah, Mane, they still miss a lot of big chances. Firmino, pathetic. Let's be honest, I don't really rate Firmino at all. Mane,
what? Yeah.
Mane's kind of had an off season this season. Salah, 13 goals. I don't think he scored in his last 3 games in the league or something.
Do we think we'll park the bus there, Adam T? You know, with the top away. Have we had many away games, by the way, in terms of top 6 away? Is this our second one, I think, isn't it?
First.
No.
First.
Not had,
in the league.
Not had any, mate. All of them have been at home.
Wow. That's crazy. I didn't know that, Wow.
Crazy, isn't it? I know. It's going to be interesting how he plays it, definitely, because I think we've all got that little bit of confidence in us, but it's like you said, this is a new one for us. It's the first big test away from home. We've won everything else away from home, but okay, we're going to a big one. We're going to the champions. How is he going to set up in this one? Because like Statman said, they're going back to the Leipzig game. Last time we played 5 at the back. Man, I've seen a scene there where we had 7 defenders in the box and they had two attackers and they had all the space in the world. It does not work for us. They pass the buck. Oh, there's another man here. He'll probably get him. They switch off. Simple as. They don't train it properly. You can see that, and it doesn't work for us. You need to, and Bailly doesn't work in a free either. I think he's the one. He's the one who suffers in it more. But yeah, definitely, we can't park the bus. There's got to be an element of staying solid, staying in the game early doors, but I don't think it's going to be a full-on part of the bus, mate. I really don't. I think United will have chances in this game. It just all comes down to not being blown away in them phases that Liverpool play in and not letting them completely get away with it. Because if we're still a goal down, I think we're still in it. I really do. 2 or 3, it's probably game over because then they can just pick us off. So It's about staying in the game for as long as possible. But I do think within that we will create chances.
You never know with Ollie though with the back five thing, because remember the only points Liverpool have dropped at home this season in the league was against West Brom. West Brom had 22% possession that game, but they still create the same amount of big chances as Liverpool.
Yeah,
and they had Carlin Grant up front, and we got Cavani,
Yeah.
Martial, Rashford. So we do have the better forward. So if that's Ollie's thinking, just sit deep. We'll definitely get 1 or 2 chances. So you never know.
Yeah,
absolutely, man. We've got Zaya Miasa here. By the way, he sent 2 super chats in, and I'll read 2 of them because they're quite funny at the minute. Saeed, once we get Brendan Rodgers, he will rip the players. He can keep Arteta as number 2, and we need to get rid of our defense apart from Scottish Roberto Carlos and Gabriel. And they sent a super chat here saying develop. I don't know where that goes with the sentence, but I presume you missed out a word there. Yeah. I don't know, man. Scottish Roberto Carlos. You know, listen. I love him. You know what it is? Yeah, I give it to him, man. He's got confidence in every single player, but you know what I mean? It's not clicking at the minute, mate. You can't come with the confidence. It's not clicking. You are 11th, Zayn. 11th, man. But shout out to everybody in the building. We've got over 500 people right now in the building. Let's hopefully we can get 250 likes, man.
Quickly,
so get the likes up, people, man.
Is that Arsenal playing the best football they've played under Arteta and the 13 points behind us? Is that one? Yeah. Something like that, isn't it? Yeah.
Something like that, yeah. You know what I mean? Who's the danger man in the Liverpool team? Say, Statman.
What, mate?
What's the danger?
Grizz asked me yesterday. No, someone asked a question on my show yesterday with Grizz, and he said, "Which Liverpool player would you take right now?" And I went Robertson straight away. I just went him because the guy is he breeds never stop, never die mentality. That man, you can hear it in the way he talks as well. And there's a lot of high class, dangerous players in that Liverpool forward line. Don't get me wrong, I'm not ignoring any of them, but Robertson is absolutely immense for them. I think he's the unsung hero, and you know what? I'd take him in a heartbeat. That guy is that good.
For me, he's probably been Liverpool's best player this season. 7 big chances created, 1.9 key passes per game in the league this season.
Jeez,
He doesn't stop. He does not stop.
And you know what, though? I think that'll be our downhill point because I look at Wan-Bissaka, he's always isolated. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but he's always isolated one-on-one. If they double up on him, I think that'll be the one to watch, you know. They double up on him, Sadio Mane and Robertson. I think that's where the game's lost for me.
And that's
I look at it there.
That's a good point because one of the biggest things we criticize about Wan-Bissaka is his positioning. Positioning, awful. He can't read the game very well.
No.
Unless we have a right-hand side player, which if it's Rashford or someone helping him, that could be a long game for Wan-Bissaka.
What do you reckon, Adam? You know what I mean? That kind of side there, mate. You talk about Robertson there, mate. I've seen them go and just bombard teams, mate, on that left-hand side. And I think, Wan-Bissaka, man, sometimes he thinks he can take on the world, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes he thinks it's Superman. You know what I mean? Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he thinks he can take it on.
Spider-Man ain't no Superman, mate. Believe me.
Yeah, I was going to say, but you know what I mean? I don't want
to... mate. You can throw as many webs as you want, but I know I'm with you guys. I think the weak link... surprisingly, after the way he started, is Wan-Bissaka. I said this yesterday. I said if United even try to play out from the back, then there's only going to be one massive press, and that's as soon as Wan-Bissaka gets the ball, because he's not good on the ball when he receives it in his own box, half, anywhere. He just hasn't got. I won't say brain cell. That's just harsh.
There he is.
But he hasn't got. He hasn't got the mentality. He ain't got the mentality to actually pass out, and that's where Liverpool will go. If Liverpool are going to choose one man to high press in this team, it's going to be Wan-Bissaka. So I remember years ago when Mourinho went to Anfield and he just said to Phil Jones and Smalling, long. Don't even try passing it out from the back because Liverpool will destroy you. Uh-huh. You ain't got the footballing brain to pass out from the back against Liverpool's press. It's as simple as that. Just hit it long, hit the target man, play the percentage football, pick up the second balls, do what you can up there. And I'm not going to say that's how it's going to go tomorrow, but Eric Bailly is overly confident sometimes when he receives the ball at the back. He does give you that odd flutter, in the old heart department. So I think it's going to be it's a dangerous ploy, but I think that's where Liverpool's dangerous side is, though, down the left, 100%. It's Mane and Robertson have been tearing up teams week in, week out for the last 2 years. Robertson, like Statman says there, he's the one player I would take out of Liverpool. If you give me an option for any of them, I would take him, because I just think the guy is absolutely superb, and it's that, and that's where our danger point is, and that's where we need to be, like you guys said, wary of what Wan-Bissaka does and how he defends, because he's going to have to be on his A game tomorrow. And Liverpool are coming. They're coming to make a statement. You know how it's going to start off. United need to be awake.
I remember Chelsea last year in the FA Cup. Wan-Bissaka was a trigger point for the press for them. I think they had Marcus Alonso down the side.
Yeah.
Igalo.
I think for me, yeah, exactly. James, man, he's taking the mick out of us, man. Man, like hammers, you get me. But when you look at it, though, yeah, and when you realize it, Statman, the kind of the energy of the press here, Man United, Maguire. You look at Maguire. You're looking at if Lindelof is going to start that game, are you worried about the energy of Liverpool? You know what I mean? Wijnaldum, Mane, just running at you, relentless running. Man, I've not had that. When Tottenham came into town, they absolutely destroyed us with Sissoko, you know what I mean, and Ndombele, Son, Aurier, fast pace and power. You know what I mean? Are you worried about that? Because I feel like we've not dealt with that. RP Leipzig game, PSG. These are kind of pace and power quick teams starts. Where quick starts, boom. You know what I mean? Like, we don't deal with that, Statman. And that's my worry for me.
As I always say, without Donny, we don't have a press-resistant midfielder in there. Fred and McTominay are not that. Even Pogba, at times, can get caught out. He's not like a Thiago or like a Kovacic, where he's that press-resistant, can drop a shoulder or something. So there is an opportunity. But as I said, I think if we sit back and limit the press kind of thing, and just go long, the space in behind, Rashford running, Martial running, Pogba, Greenwood, whoever it is, we will have a chance.
What do you think, Adam? That kind of are you worried about that kind of
yeah?
What would you call it?
It scares me. The quick start. I've said this.
Start,
United have been out of games within the first 10-15 minutes a few times, and we've started to counteract that recently. We've just said, look, stay solid, stay in the first 10 minutes of the game. Let's not lose it early doors. Let's just ease our way into games. Yeah, there's been games where it's just opened up for us in that department, like it did against Leeds. You know what I mean? When we just took advantage of it because it just played right into our hands. Liverpool are not going to do that. There's every chance that within half an hour, United could be 3-0 down tomorrow. It wouldn't surprise me, because that's how Liverpool play. They play in them phases, and you've got to be alive when they've got the ball. You've got to accept that they're going to get a lot of the ball, and you have to be switched on. You have to match the energy. You have to match the work rate and stay in the game for as long as you can, because the longer the game goes on, it's still level. I guarantee Liverpool will start twitching more than what United will. Liverpool will be looking to come out and blow us out of the water, and that's how I think they're going to approach the game. They want to come and make a statement. You know what I mean? United have took us, and Jurgen Klopp's, I can already picture him talking in the dressing room. I can already picture it. It's you know exactly what he's saying. You know how Liverpool are going to come out, and they're going to come out to destroy us. So I just feel like we have to just stay solid, stay in the game, match the energy, the work rate, do the simple things. And the longer the game goes on, I'd fancy United over Liverpool easily.
That's what we did against Leeds. Leeds pressed very high, but we matched them in terms of like distance covered and stuff.
We did, mate. first time I've seen because Leeds we were about 0.3 of a kilometre behind them, weren't we? So it was mental.
Just saying that cruelly sound thing. Yeah, Bielsa literally just said, just go out there, just do whatever you want, just make sure you respectfully lose. That's what I think it was with Bielsa.
I'm not really interested how the team will react to a loss. That will let me know about the mentality and the improvement and the management of the team. Yeah, that is an interesting point, man. You know what I mean? And I look at Statman. I'll start with you on this one. Bruno Fernandes, man. There's all this stats. Shout out to him by the way. He's got the player of the month again. You know what I mean? It's crazy, but I think probably other players might have got a shout for that, but he's got there and he's done it again. You know, I mean, it's credit to him. I think all the Premier League teams probably do respect him, because who actually votes for that? Is it the Premier League, or is it the people, or is it the actual players?
I think like 15% or 5% is voted by the fans. Then I don't know where the rest comes from.
Okay, fair enough. Bruno Fernandes, this game, a lot of people say he doesn't perform in the top 6 games, the top big games. Is this a key game for him, man? Because Liverpool, I've seen players in the past, man, big players where they just in Anfield, you get overpowered by the energy, you get overpowered by the press. You're never there, bro. You know what I mean? I've seen it so many times, bro, where big game play. Look at Messi in the 4-0 game. You get overpowered by the press and whatnot. It can happen, but is this a big game for Bruno Fernandes?
100%. 0 open play goal contributions against the top 6 since he's been here. He's got the penalties, he's got the free kicks and corners against the top 6, but in open play...
Why is that, though? Why is that, do you reckon? Why is that against the top 6?
Because they know how to counteract him. They know the dangers.
And a lot of the time against the big 6, we do play Fred and McTominay. So it's kind of like, if you stop Bruno, you stop Man United kind of thing. So you just get a man or two on Bruno and that's it. But with Pogba, it's a different story now. But I think, just touching on Bruno, it has to be a disciplined game for Bruno. We say Bruno FC, he doesn't like track back and stuff, like properly. He has to have a disciplined game. As I said, he has to be on Thiago straight away. He has to fill in the spaces where the press is like.
Zanos, that was last season, Zanos.
And that was that was a free kick as well. It wasn't open play.
Oh, is it? Okay.
The little thing.
Don't argue with the stat, man. Go on. Sorry.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, Bruno has to be disciplined. He needs to help Fred and McTominay, because let's be honest, Liverpool got 3 in the midfield. We got 2. Wijnaldum, Henderson, they run for days. Even Thiago can run. They can press. They will overrun us in the midfield if Bruno doesn't have a disciplined performance.
Yeah. Adam, what about you, bro? He's one of our best players, man. Best clutch player, you know what I mean? He'll give us the goals. But I always say, man, I've said this before, man. I always think the defense isn't the problem. It's the midfield that exposes the defense. I look at Bruno, I think he's tenacious. He wants to press from the front, but he leaves a big hole, man. And McTominay and Fred almost get isolated. They get 1v1, 3v2, 4v2 sometimes. You know what I mean? Is this a game where Oli says to Bruno, listen, man, I know you want to win the game for us, but I want you to be disciplined today. Stay compact. Stay as close as you can to McTominay and Fred. But also when we're in the possession of the ball, try and link up the play. Can he do that both for you, or is he still away off that?
I don't want him to track back, mate. I don't think that's a discipline at all. Not for a number 10. Not for that player in that role. I don't want him there at all. If he is going to play it, if he's a number 8, fair enough. But he's not. You know what I mean? You can do more damage by being clever and just hanging out freely. Luis Figo did this better than anyone I've ever watched in the world. The guy never, ever tracked back. But what he did, he always just floated off into the space for that moment when that ball broke. And then that's when you judge him. That's when you judge his quality. If you're playing Bruno tomorrow, you're playing him to win you a game. You're not playing him to defend. You've got enough there to defend. You know what I mean? You need that out ball. This is the man who can do it for me. It's him to the likes of Cavani and hopefully Rashford, Martial, whoever it is, Pogba, who's up there. For me, I don't see Bruno as a good defender. I don't. I really don't. He looks to me like the mould of Paul Scholes. Every time he goes in for a challenge, you're thinking free kick. Oh God, no! Don't put a foot in. I prefer Pogba doing the defending when he needs to, rather than Bruno. I would hope Bruno would be disciplined in not defending in this game, because I think he could cost us. We've seen what he did against Arsenal, tracking back when he shouldn't be tracking back, giving away a penalty. If you're going to do it constantly, then you're in that groove. But if you're only having to do it every now and then there's going to be a mistake there. It's as simple as. And again, I said it before, we had 7 players back against Leipzig and we couldn't get anywhere near 2 forwards. Sometimes there's too many chefs in the kitchen. Keep it simple at the back and you can be a lot clearer. And that's just how I look at the football game. And that's how I know. When I was defending, if you had too many defenders, then it just gets in the way. It's disorganised. And to say Bruno now come and defend for us when he's not been doing it well all season, I think it's a mistake against Liverpool. I think that will cost us.
I think what we're trying to say is not like as in like number 8, but like he has to be close to Thiago. If you look at his average position, he's kind of level.
He can defend from the front.
Yeah. He's level with like Martial at times. We don't want him playing second striker against Liverpool.
No. He can play the 10 and he can be our defender from the front. If he can just stick around, know his role when we don't have the ball, in terms of, like you said, Thiago, and do your damage up the field, but don't track back, because you do need him to be there, to be that link and that out ball as well. And he will play quickly.
Absolutely. Zayn Miasa here again says, Saeed, you see Taylor's goal? No defenders to score goals like that. He's hard as
Alex
nails.
Telles.
Guno, brave hearts. Party. You know what I mean? I wish Party was playing for you guys. You know, with the real party kind of side. We've got over 600 people, guys. We've got nearly 700 people. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He came on. To be fair, I didn't really watch the game, to be honest with you. I'm quite bored of it. You know what I mean? Seeing Arsenal kind of feel like the false reality of coming back. But that's another question to be seen. We've got nearly 700 people, guys, live in the chat, man. Big up everybody who's supporting the channel. Like the video, subscribe to That Central, subscribe to Adam's channel as well. Madrid United, the title is in the hyperlink. Go check him out. Go check out Statman Bays on Instagram as well. Just the last one before we kind of...
Watch me grow the beard back, people.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm telling you. We're gonna touch on a kind of final topic before we kind of move on to Combine 11. You know, that might be a funny one. Because I feel like for me, James,
you bottled it yesterday. You bottled it.
I bottled it yesterday. I bottled it. So today, I'm coming back with a Combine 11, man. We're coming. We got all United lineup here tonight. We're not messing around. We're doing a proper Combine 11. You know what I'm trying to say to you. But this one's a big one. Next one, I go with you, Adam, first. Bailly or Lindelof for you?
It's not a big one, mate. It's not a big one.
No, but I'm saying
all day long.
And if it's not Bailly, are you really concerned?
And I'm not slugging Lindelof here as being horrendous and stuff like that, but this is a guy who's got a continuous back problem, who hasn't played consistently well because of it for a long, long time. This is a blood and thunder, a fast, quick flowing game. It makes complete sense that Bailly, I know he can be rash, I know he can be overly confident, but if I've got Liverpool on the counter-attack, do I want Lindelof and Maguire having to deal with that, or do I want the pace of Eric Bailly at the back? I'm taking Bailly all day long, mate. I just think he suits this game better, and at the moment he's in the form of his United career. So you don't drop a player who is in this good a form right now.
Can you see him doing that though? I can see him doing that though. I can see Lindelof playing, and it hurts me, man. It really hurts me.
This is it, mate. He's going to, sorry, Statman. He's going to ruin Eric Bailly if he does it. He dropped him for the biggest game against City. If he does it again for Liverpool, then he's just saying to Bailly, look, you're my reserve centre-back. And he's been our best defender for weeks now. It's not like he's just coming in and it's a surprise. It's a case of he's our best defender right now by a mile. You were talking about player of the month before. I think Bailly was in with a shout for us,
I
mate.
know.
That's what I was thinking, because he's been our best defender. Look at the stats. Statman will tell you how many clean sheets we've had with him.
Since 2016, in all competitions, our win percentage with Bailly is 63.4%. Without him, it's 53.9%. I know it's like easier games Bailly plays, but we're a better team with Bailly. There's no question about it.
It's simple. He plays.
Yeah.
Playing.
But I think you touched on there. He dropped him against City. I would be more surprised if Bailly plays. That's how I am with him.
Yeah. It hurts, that. It hurts, doesn't it?
Yeah. We will get onto the front three, guys. We'll get to the front three when I ask these guys their kind of their starting 11s. But let's go into the combined 11s, guys. Start with a keeper, man. I couldn't believe this last night, man. I couldn't believe it when James said to me, Alisson over what's it called? De Gea. I think De Gea has been quality. Zane, just carry on, you know what I mean? Shout out to the super chat, but I know what you're gonna say, you know what I mean? Abama who, Abama what, you know what I mean? But thanks for the super chat, you know what I mean, as always.
Abama where?
Abama where? That's, you know what I mean? Do a super chat says Abama where, man, you know what I mean? Go find him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But thanks for the super chat as always. It has to be David De Gea, man. Come on, guys, surely. He's been on form.
I don't know, because Alisson's save percentage is a lot higher than David De Gea's this season.
No, but we're talking about on form in terms of, like, you know, clean sheets. Who's had the most clean sheets?
But I think, like, as I say, with clean sheets, it's mostly down to the entire team. It's not just down to the goalkeeper.
Yes.
It's a difficult one. Like, with David here, I don't remember him making any major mistake this season. So it's kind of like, it's a hard one, this one.
I don't think
Yeah,
it's been the same Alisson though.
It's simple. It's simple. This one, I think. If you're a Liverpool fan, you're picking Alisson. If you're a United fan, you're picking De Gea. They both, I think, have had very. I think they're both on a par this season.
Who merits it more then? Who merits it more? I think De Gea, for all the critics, I think merits it more.
Yeah, I think
you know what I mean?
Alisson's come in on a championship winning season, and he's had time out as well this year, hasn't he, with injuries. So I'm going to just go De Gea because he's played more.
Yeah.
See, I'll go with Alisson personally.
Listen, 2 against 1, mate. You know what I mean?
You can have
2 against 1. Okay, right back. I think Wan-Bissaka has to go in there. Trent's been off form. I think Wan-Bissaka. What we saying?
100%.
Has Bissaka been any better?
No, but the thing is,
that's what I'm saying. He's just been better, just about.
What do we praise Trent for? He's going for, attacking ability. 2 goal contributions this season, same as Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
and it's not even attacking fullback.
Do you then go back into last season then, because they're both the same this season?
No. We're going off this season.
All right,
I think
let's go Spider-Man.
We're going off the season.
Let's go Spider-Man for the sake of tackling.
And just let's get this in here. Wan-Bissaka hasn't been great, but I just think Trent's been worse.
Yeah. So I said Trent should be there from a United fan. Wan-Bissaka's been poor. It's kind of, to be fair, it's 50-50 to be honest with you. But we're going to go with Wan-Bissaka. I feel like for me, that's more of a kind of a balanced one. Okay, centre-backs.
Fabinho, Bailly. Simple.
Yeah, that's probably, we kind of agreed on that one yesterday.
I'm not. I've got another place there for me.
Why?
I'm gonna go Maguire and Bailly at the back.
Okay.
I am.
You know what? As a pairing, you wouldn't argue.
Fabinho goes into my holding midfielder. Simple.
Oh, no, I was going to say this because Fabinho plays centre back most of the season, isn't it?
I know, but I'm thinking if I've got 2 fit centre backs, Fabinho ain't playing there. That's what I'm saying, because I know what that guy does in midfield. So I kind of give it away there, but he's one of my midfielders.
About a blood clot, young Martinez was our ex-keeper, was better than De Gea. Okay. He, to be fair, he's a good keeper.
Yeah, Zayn, and you let him go.
He's better than Leno as well.
Exactly, probably better than Leno as well. You know what I mean? There's a lot of Maguire, Bailly. There's a lot of Maguire, Bailly's though. Maguire, Bailly, Bafilio is not centre back, has not been on form. Fabinho, Ian DM.
That's right.
Shall we go with Bailly Maguire? Bailly Maguire?
Yeah.
I think it'll make the midfield easier.
Right?
Yeah. I think
it'll make the midfield easier.
It makes that, mate. He's my midfielder, to be honest. He's my man in front of that back four.
All right, then. We'll go with Bailly and Maguire as centre-backs. Let's go left-back. Probably the easiest one you could probably
do.
Robertson.
Robertson at left-back. You know what I mean? That's one thing that surely nobody... As much as, you know what, yesterday I tried to kind of say Shaw's been on form, but just Robertson, no matter what, every season. Last 3 seasons, just been on every time. Never had a dip in form. You know what I mean? He's just always been on form.
I do hear what you're saying with Luke Shaw. Like, this season, he has been a lot better. Credit where you kind of thing.
Yeah. Someone says Telles, but
chances created, that man. Chances created for Shaw and Robertson this season.
Shaw's actually at 1.8 key passes per game. Robertson 1.9.
Oh, okay.
How many chances?
Big chances created. Luke Shaw's created 3. Robertson 7.
Okay, fair enough.
So, but as I said,
even Lauren saying,
with Luke Shaw, it's kind of inflated because now he does take a bit more corners and stuff, innit?
Yeah, true. We're gonna go with Robertson. I think that makes it key, guys. By the way, we've got 700 people watching this video live, so please, guys, smash a like on this video, people. Let's get up to 400 likes, people. You get me? Fabinho then, centre defensive mid. I can agree on that one.
What formation we doing?
4-3-3. 4-3-3.
Yeah. Fabinho sitting.
But you know who we're leaving out? Thiago.
Sorry?
Thiago.
I think on form, we're playing off. You know what?
Because Thiago, when he's come on here, he's done his thing.
He's not played.
Fabinho or Thiago? Because we're going to give it to them anyway. So we'll let the audience choose then. Fabinho or Thiago?
I think Fabinho just because he's playing more, but Thiago is the better player.
Someone said Thiago hasn't played yet.
I need one bit of assurance for that back line, so it's gonna be Fabinho for me.
Fabinho, yeah, Fabinho. Okay, Fabinho. We'll go with Fabinho. So a lot of people say, yeah, it's a bit, yeah, Fabinho, not even close. Yeah. You know what, Josh? You're the man, Josh. We'll go with you, man. Conviction is what we need. What we're gonna go with? Shall we just
Pogba,
give one
Bruno.
already position to Bruno? Okay.
Pogba,
Bruno's probably
Bruno.
going in
Simple.
there. Attacking
Simple.
midfielder Bruno.
Pogba and Bruno for me.
Pogba, Bruno. No Henderson in there. Hendonino.
No.
Hendonino.
We only need one defensive midfielder in this team.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll go with Bruno, Pogba, and Fabinho. You know what that would be? That should have been Man United's team like 2 seasons ago. That midfield right there. Remember Fabinho?
We're linked with Fabinho when he's at Monaco and stuff.
I know.
Liverpool signed him in 5 minutes.
In 5 minutes, guys, man. I remember I was on Twitter, man. I was like, yo, Fabinho. Let's get Fabinho. Next thing you know, he's there already. Quick 5 minutes. BBC Football, because back in the day, it was like BBC Football when it was like everyone was on Twitter. There's not all these like journalists that are coming up now and saying, oh, Fabrizio Romano and all that. It was just BBC Sport and boom, Fabinho, done deal. And I was like, bloody hell, man. It's just crazy. But we'll go with Bruno and Pogba and Fabinho. Okay. This is where it got interesting.
This is where flawless, and you bottled it yesterday.
This is where we bottled it yesterday. For me, Rashford has to be ahead of who we're going for.
Mane.
Mane. I was going to say that, Mane, mate. He's ahead of Mane this season. And I think he tried to come up with all this like stats and whatnot. I was like, nah, mate. Nah. I'm not having that. Rashford ahead of Mane. Adam, what are you saying?
I had my front three as Rashford, Cavani, and Salah.
Oh,
Cavani.
Yeah.
Cavani.
Yep.
He's not really been scoring lately, though.
Don't matter, mate. I know that worked for me. That's my opinion.
He's saying, "Have that one.
Yeah, I know. I mean, are you going to be able to stop that? No, you're not. You're not.
So I just think bottle it, Saeed. I didn't bottle it. I was just outnumbered, mate. You know what I mean? I was just like, I tried to give a balance. Outnumbered. I'm gonna give you my front three. I'm gonna go with Rashford. I'm gonna go with Fabinho over Cavani. I'm not sure, man. What's the I don't want to. Yeah, form Fabinho or Cavani. Nah, you know what? I'm not having that. He's a false nine, man. I'm going with Cavani up top.
Yeah, Cavani. I told you. Yeah, convinced him.
I'm having it now. Cavani, Salah, Rashford. I'm going with that one. Statman, what are you saying?
Rashford, Salah, Mane. Rashford can play up front.
You know what? I was going to say that could happen as well.
Mane.
Because there's no way
what's everyone saying? Rashford, Mane, Martial. You know what? I was going to put Rashford up top, but I thought, nah, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Could that work out and whatnot? Cavani, yeah, Rashford, yeah. Okay, fair enough. That's your team. So we've got David De Gea. We've got Wan-Bissaka.
You got three David De Geas in the team.
Yeah, I was going to say, bloody hell. Wan-Bissaka. We've got Maguire, Bailly. We've got, what's it called? Fabinho, Pogba, Bruno. We've got Rashford. We've got Salah. And we've got Fingy up top. Cavani up top. That is a team and a half, man. But I want to hear your team before we get the predictions in. Adam, we'll start off with you. Give me your team to play Liverpool on the weekend, mate.
My team would be straight out De Gea, Shaw, Maguire, Bailly, Wan-Bissaka. The holding midfielders are going to be Fred and McTominay. We know that they're going to be playing, so I think that's why we're all going in for him. And then like Statman says, I think we're going to be sacrificing Martial in this game because I want Cavani to play and I want Pogba to be part of that three in front of the striker who then drops back in. So yeah, that's it. That's my team, mate. I would go Bruno behind Pogba, Rashford, and Cavani.
Your team, Statman?
See, I don't know, because it depends if Oli plays a back five, which I think he might. But at the same time, it will be silly for Oli to change it. But I think I'll probably say the same team as Adam, other than Cavani. I think Martial will play.
Okay, fair enough. And give me your predictions. I've gone for a Desmond 2-2. Adam, what are you going for?
I've gone just under you, mate, at 1-1.
1-1. Playing it safe.
Yeah, I just feel like it's either going to be a close win for United, a draw, or a big win for Liverpool. That's just one of them, innit?
You know what? Forget this. All right, let's move reckless. We're winning 2-1. Ending the beat and run.
Come on.
Come on. 2-1.
3-year kind of winning streak ends. Defeats for Liverpool at home. No defeats in 3 years. Ends on Sunday. Guys, it's been a pleasure. That's been your match preview, sponsored by the OneFootball app. Make sure you go check it out. Link is in the description below, guys. All your latest football news, all your latest transfer news. Go check it out. And a special note to Wayne Rooney. Happy retirement to Wayne Rooney. You know what I mean? Shout out to him.
Have a good one, Wazza.
Yep, have a good one, Wazza. You've been an absolute unbelievable player for Man United over the years. And you know what? Cannot give you the moments you gave us, man. Wazza. Absolutely unbelievable, man. And his name will forever live on at Man United. But for me, it goes Paul Scholes and then it goes just under Wayne Rooney, mate. Absolutely. Neck and neck, Wayne Rooney and Paul Scholes gave me the best years as a Man United fan, mate. Absolutely brilliant. But guys, go make sure you go subscribe to Mad Red United. The link is in the hyperlink. Go check him out, guys. And subscribe to his channel. He's road to 20k, guys. So go check him out. Also, go check out Statman Base on Instagram. His link will be in the description below. So check him out as well for all your latest Statman news and all your latest memes. Go check it out on Instagram. Shout out to Statman Base. But I'll be back tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow there'll be a preview with Grizz Khan from LFC Day Trippers. That will be out tomorrow afternoon. So go check it out, guys. I will literally schedule it for tomorrow around about 4 o'clock. So you go check out that, guys. We've talked intensively about the game tomorrow. It's a very, very good video. So go check it out. And man, we'll be back on Sunday for a big match reaction where hopefully we go 6 points clear of Liverpool. Can you believe it, guys? 6 points clear of Liverpool. 2021. Listen, it could happen, guys. Guys, take care. Appreciate you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.